What is goody, my people? We're back again with another gem, and I know y'all see the title. I'm finna dive into how I scaled one of my businesses, my do-rag business, up to I think my highest month was $43,000. So if you guys did not know, you might know. If you're new to the channel, you might not know. But subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel, first of all. But I do own a do-rag company, right? The do-rags that we put on our waves, you know what I'm saying? Yes, I am spinning. Yes, I am wavy, you feel me? But I own a do-rag company, right? I started back in 2018 simply for the fact that I used to always wear do-rags when I first cut my hair. Because back then, I used to have hair, I used to have braids, I used to have twists, I used to have every hairstyle you could think of, the thought cut, that's what they call it, where you got the sides cut off. I had everything, but then I cut my hair because I got sick and tired of my hair, and I decided to become a waver. And I used to literally wear do-rags everywhere I went. I had do-rags on. No one saw me without do-rags. The only people that saw me without do-rags were my family, like my immediate family, like my parents and my sisters and brothers and stuff like that, and my people at church, because can't wear a do-rag to church. But literally everybody else did not see my head under the do-rag for, I think it was 13 months, something like that. It was a very long time. But I ended up making a do-rag company because I was tired of wearing the same color do-rags. You go to a beauty supply store, you have a red one, black one, white one, green one. If it's spicy, they got blue, you feel me? If it's a spicy beauty supply store, they got blue. But a lot of them had all the basic colors: black, red, white, green, yellow, something. It was just a bunch of different colors that I got tired of wearing. I used to wear do-rags everywhere I went, like I said, and I got tired of wearing the same 5, 6, 7, 8 do-rags everywhere I went. So I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, okay, so there's beauty supply stores that have regular do-rags, like the red ones, the white ones, the black ones. Then there's some exotic beauty supply stores, like you gotta go searching for them. I used to go from beauty supply store to beauty supply store looking for different type of do-rags, or do-rags, sorry. And I became like a do-rag collector at this point. And I realized some beauty supply stores had a lot more designs than other ones. So in my head, I'm like, okay, I can make a come up off of this. I was not thinking about making big money. I was just thinking like, okay, a couple extra $100 every once in a while, you feel me? Because I'm like, a lot of people want these do-rags. Like, I be getting compliments on my do-rags when I go out wearing like the special do-rags. Like, if they had a camel do-rag, that beauty supply store was lit. Like a green camel do-rag, that beauty supply was lit. And I see comments all the time. So I'm like, oh, that do-rag is fire. And I'm like, yo, I could get you one if you want one, you feel me? I could sell you one, you feel me? So I thought, let me start flipping do-rags from the beauty supply store, and that's exactly what I did. So my dad owns a printing company. They do printing, graphic design, all that. So, and I used to work in it, so I used to know a little bit about website design, just a little bit. There was a website thing called WordPress. A lot of people are not really like familiar with it unless you're like a real big company. But there's a website kind of creator called WordPress. So I made a website, right? I used to go to the beauty supply store. I used to go to the dude, be like, yo, what up, my guy? Let me get 20 of these, let me get 50 of these, you feel me? And I would tell him I was buying it for my friends, because I didn't want him to realize like I was buying his do-rags for $3 and selling them for $10, you feel me? Like flipping his do-rags. So I'd be like, yeah, I'm just buying it for my friends. I don't know why he believed that though, because I probably went in there like a million times and buying 50 do-rags each. But anyways, we're not gonna talk about it. So I would literally go inside a beauty supply store, buy up all their do-rags. Like literally they would tell me when shipments were coming in. Like literally the dude had my phone number, right? He'd be like, oh, we just got a new shipment in. I don't know why I made the voice sound like that, but he was like, oh, we just got a new shipment in, new designs. And I would pull up, buy like 50 of them and sell them, flip them, just like that. And my only source of promotion at that time was my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel had like between 100 and 200,000 subscribers at this point. This was back in 2018. So I was making decent money, probably averaging $100 to like $500 a month. So it wasn't like crazy money, but it was still money on top of like my YouTube check and like, yeah, just my YouTube checks. That was the only other source of income I had. But it was still some nice extra side money. But I was not taking it serious at all. So I was doing this for about a year or so. I was not trying to grow it. I was really just maintaining. I would go to the beauty supply store whenever. I would shout it out on my YouTube channel whenever. Be like, yo, cop yourself a do-rag, you feel me? Go buy one, you feel me? Like, link inside the description. That's really, yeah, I wasn't really pushing it, but I was making probably like $500 monthly consistently. But then something like really bad happened. Well, I look at it now and it's not bad at all. If it did not happen, I probably would not be where I am right now. But I like fractured or broke my ankle. I still don't know what it is. Don't ask me how I fractured or broke it. You don't want to know, you feel me? I was going crazy on some dude, you feel me? Nah, I was walking down the stairs, leaving the gym, and I was recording something. I actually have a clip. It's right there.
Me and DJ Jules was out here playing racquetball, you feel me? We've been doing too many push-ups. John broke.
Yeah, I'm good. But I fractured it. I could not walk on it for, it was more than a month I could not walk on it. So I was laying in bed literally every freaking day. I had to hop everywhere I went, so I just rather lay in my bed. And I was just watching Netflix all the time. I'm like, yo, let me catch up on some Money Heist or whatever the heck it was. This was in 2019, so this was a year after I started Jooviers. A year, give or take a couple of months. And like I said, I was making like $500 a month. Maybe I reached $1,000 a month. Sometimes I'll get a nice month, but most of the time I'm making like $500 a month. But then I'm on my bed. This whole time my ankle is like, I can't move, you feel me? And I'm watching Netflix every single day, and then I get bored of Netflix. And one day I'm on YouTube, like YouTube's recommended page, and I see a recommended video from this one YouTuber called Scott Hilsey. I believe that's how you say his last name. But basically he makes videos about drop shipping, Facebook ads, Shopify, all that type of stuff, and I ended up watching one of his videos and I just got really intrigued. He was talking about drop shipping and stuff like that, and I was just like, yo, maybe this could be another source of income. So I started watching a bunch of his videos. I even ended up going to the extent of buying his course. I think it was like $400, something like that. Now I'm personally like not a real big fan of school, like I didn't go to college or whatever, and a lot of people ask me, are courses like safe to buy? If you can find a course from someone who has a good reputation, someone who actually knows what they're talking about, I highly suggest you invest in a course, because you can learn so much from these people for spending $200 instead of spending like $1 million on college. Well, college is not $1 million, but you know what I'm saying. But I ended up watching his course, buying his course, watching it. I just got super inspired. I was spending hours studying it. He was talking about Facebook ads. He was talking about all different type of stuff, and I'm like, I don't even need to do drop shipping. I can actually apply this to my business that I have now to just expand it by using Facebook ads, by actually having a legitimized website, by actually putting time into growing this. So that's exactly what I did. Now I can make a video about what drop shipping is if you guys don't know, but it's not the same as what I was doing. Drop shipping is more so you have a vendor here, right? You're the middleman, and someone is buying from your website. So you have a website set up, you have a middleman, and whenever somebody comes to your website and clicks buy whatever product you have on there, the vendor ships it to the person. So you never hold the product, nothing like that. But I was holding Durex, so I wasn't necessarily drop shipping, but I realized I could use the same techniques from Shopify, the same techniques with Facebook ads to help scale my business that I have now, even if it's not drop shipping. So at this point is when I decided to actually transition Durex from being just like some YouTuber's merch into being a brand itself. Like, light bulb clicked in my head. I'm like, yo, this could be big. Like I was telling you guys, there's beauty supply stores that sell regular do-rags. They sell the regular solid color do-rags, black, red, all that basic stuff. And I know a lot of people, whenever I used to go out with my do-rags, like the ones that was really hard to find at beauty supply stores, everybody would compliment me. They'd be like, yo, where you got your do-rag from? Where you bada boom? And I'm like, I could scale this so far, you feel me? I could literally scale, and at that time I was being noticed, or I was being known on YouTube as the guy with the do-rags, you feel me? Because in every video I had a do-rag on, I never took my do-rag off. So I'd already had that reputation as a do-rag guy. So I was like, let me try and scale this as far as I can, you feel me? So literally, I think 3 days after I found the first video on Scott Hilsey, I bought the course, and then 2 days after that, I created a whole Shopify store. Like my WordPress website that I had for my do-rags beforehand, it was horrible. I was finna be like, it's okay, it was okay. It was pretty bad. The website was slow. It was not appealing at all. Did not look professional at all. It was literally just a landing page with do-rags, and it was like, the colors were ugly. But once I watched the video or the course from Scott Hilsey, I ended up creating a whole new website literally in one day. I spent the entire day just creating a whole website. New pictures of the do-rags, new color schemes, new descriptions. It was just legit, you feel me? I literally made it legit. Now I would suggest if you're a vendor or someone who's just starting up a business, I would suggest using Shopify over WordPress or something like that. WordPress is more complicated, like for a bigger scale business like Microsoft or like Amazon. Well, Amazon does use WordPress. I'm just saying it's just like for a bigger business. Shopify is more so if you have like a store, like if you want to sell some eyelashes, some do-rags, some headbands, whatever you want, some sneakers. It's just so simple, and there's so many different apps you can put on it. I'm gonna make a video about how you can like actually open up a Shopify account and kind of build the website, make it look professional, appealing in a little bit. So if you want that video, like the video right now, drop inside the comments, yo man, drop that website video. I'm trying to start a business. I'm trying to make bank, man. And I got y'all, you feel me? So once I built that website, made it a little more legit, I was still buying do-rags from the beauty supply store. And I realized I'm kind of stuck here. I'm getting all these cool designs, you feel me? I have the camo, I have velvets, but at this point I'm like, okay, I'm sick and tired of these designs. I probably had like 8, 9 designs total at this point. And I'm like, okay, I'm sick of these designs. Like, I literally made do-rags when I got tired of the do-rags that I kept wearing. Like right now, I'm trying to make some new designs. I'm sick and tired of wearing the freaking 50 designs that I have in my drawer over there in my house, you feel me? So I'm gonna be making some new designs soon, so stay tuned for that if you're interested in do-rags. But like I said, I reached a level where it was like, okay, all these beauty supply stores now have all the same do-rags. I'm not seeing any new do-rag designs. I'm not seeing nothing, so I'm stuck. So I started thinking, I'm like, maybe I could start making my own do-rags, you feel me? So there was a point when I tried like getting my own fabric and sewing it myself, but I could not keep up all the orders. It's not even like I was getting that many orders at this point. I think once I lost the website, I was probably around the same range, to be honest, probably making like $500 to $1,000 a month at this point. But I just didn't want to keep up with a million orders, me in the basement sewing it like a freaking grandma who don't got nothing better to do. But yes, I can sew. I did used to sew my do-rags, so if you need somebody to sew, my fees are high. But I'm not interested too. I don't know where I was going with that. But I learned from the Scott Hilsey, why did I say it like that? But I sound like I was singing or something. But I learned from the course that I bought from Scott Hilsey about AliExpress. AliExpress is basically where, like I told you guys, you're the middleman. Someone buys it from your website, it goes to the vendor sends it to them, and you just collect the money and pay the vendor the difference or whatever. That's like from a vendor to a consumer base, you feel me? But Alibaba versus AliExpress, Alibaba is more so you're in contact with wholesalers, manufacturers. So I'm thinking in my head, ding, 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 you feel me? Manufacturer, that means I can make my own designs, right? Use my own fabric. I can literally just customize a do-rag entirely. So in my head, I'm like, unlimited designs. I can make up my own designs. Like I was telling you guys, my dad has a whole printing and graphic design business, so I know graphic design. I know how to use Photoshop. I know how to use all this different other stuff. So I'm like, bruh, I can literally make a bunch of different designs and sell them, and nobody else will have them because they'll literally be limited to my brand. I made this design, you feel me? So at this point, I'm like, I'm branching out. This is now becoming a legitimate brand. I'm literally making designs every freaking day. I'm just trying to make designs like, do I think this gonna look good on a do-rag? Is this gonna look good on a do-rag? And I was saying to my manufacturer, they would make a sample. I'd be like, that's kind of ugly on a do-rag. Well, that's kind of fine. Let me get that, you feel me? So at this point, I have my own do-rags now. I have a beautiful Shopify website. I'm missing one thing though. I'm still only promoting on my Facebook. I'm relying on not Facebook. I'm only, words? Hello, Josiah. I'm only promoting on my YouTube, you feel me? I'm relying on my viewers to want my do-rags, you feel me? And my channel was not like wave based. It wasn't about waves, like that. It was just like entertainment, and some people just so happened to like my do-rags or want to buy my do-rags. And it was bringing good traffic. But like I said, I was making $500 to like $1,000 a month here, and I was trying to scale this to the moon, you feel me? I was trying to be like Elon Musk. Well, we don't talk about Elon Musk when it comes to the moon anymore, do we? But anyways, I wanted to reach more people. I wanted to scale the company way higher than just my YouTube audience. I wanted to be a brand that even people who did not know Joovier still saw these do-rags, was like, yo, that's fire, let me buy that, you feel me? So in Scott Hilsey's course, he had a section about Facebook ads, because that's, if you're a drop shipper, that's how you're getting most of your traffic. You're using Facebook ads. So I watched his whole course. I'd already watched the whole course before, but I never really paid attention to the Facebook ads part, just more so the Shopify part. So I watched this Facebook ads part again. I started watching hours and hours and hours and hours of it on YouTube because I wanted to get good at it so I can start using Facebook ads. And at the same time, I didn't want to throw my money away testing a bunch of things on Facebook ads. I wanted to know as much as possible before I went into it. But of course, there is a testing stage where you're gonna lose money just because like you're still testing. But I wanted to be as prepared as possible before I started putting money into this on a consistent basis. So I started watching hours and hours of Facebook, tutorials on how you can set up Facebook ads, how you can optimize Facebook ads, the type of content you should put, whether you should put pictures or videos, where you should target, the people you should target, all the different type of stuff. When I tell you, I was literally trapped in my room watching hours hours and hours of videos. And keep in mind, this is all when I hurt my ankle. I wasn't able to move, so it was like, I'm sitting there, I might as well be learning something, you feel me? So after trial and error with Facebook ads for, I wanna say I was doing it for probably like a month and a half, I finally was profitable. When I say profitable, let's say I was spending $100 a day and I would make $130 a day. So I was making $30 after spending $100, feel me? So I was profitable, I was doing good. But then I started getting really good at Facebook ads. Like, my return on investment was absolutely ridiculous. I would spend 10 bucks and make 90 bucks. I would spend $100 and make $600. I would spend 1,000 bucks and make $6,000, you feel me? And I'm like, yo, this is literally ridiculous. This is great. And at the same time, keep in mind, I just released actually this design, this caution risk of drowning design. This do-rag is my first do-rag that ever went viral. When I say viral, like I used to see people walking around the street wearing my do-rag. I'm like, yo, what the heck? At that point, when I used to see people in the mall and walking around in the street with my do-rag on, I'm like, yo, I have a company. That's like people walking around with Gucci, you feel me? But it's a do-rag. Like, I'm seeing people, and my aunt's texting me pictures of people wearing my do-rag. It's weird that she was just taking pictures of random people wearing my do-rags. But it's fire too, because it's like people are liking my brand, you know? And this is all due to like just, I guess this do-rag was just viral material. It literally says caution, risk of drowning. If you're a waiver, you know this is kind of fire, you feel me? Plus it's a nice design. I did make this myself, so if you see these, there are companies that are copying it now, but I mean, it doesn't matter, everybody gotta eat, you feel me? So at this point, I'm constantly is the wrong word, consistently making from like $5,000 to $10,000 on a monthly basis. I have screenshots, they'll probably be on the screen right now, but I'm probably making like $5,000 to $10,000 on a consistent basis, and this is great. I'm loving it. I'm feeling, keep in mind, I used to make no money. Literally, I was broke. I tell this story to my cousin all the time, and he laughs, but literally, I used to work for my dad, but I didn't really get paid to work for my dad. I was kind of just there, you feel me? And there was a corner store right across the street. I didn't even have money to go get an Arizona and a honey bun. That's $1.50. You get 2 honey buns for 50 cents, and the Arizona's $1. I didn't have that. I remember one day I had to ask my dad literally for quarters to go and get a honey bun. And like, I was broke, you feel me? To making $5,000 to $10,000 a month, I'm like, yo, I didn't know Bill Gates was black, you feel me? That's how I'm feeling. But I realized you can only get so good at something if you're not putting that much time into it, and I was not really putting that much time into getting better at Facebook ads, so I took it upon myself to find somebody and hire somebody that was literally specialized in Facebook ads, and that's when I went to Upwork. If you guys do not know what Upwork is, it's basically like a contracting website. You go there, you can hire people that will run your ads for you, that'll design a website for you, that'll literally anything. You can go there and get a virtual assistant and hire them on a monthly basis. That's literally, if you go to Upwork, you can find a bunch of different people that do a bunch of different things from all over the world. I found somebody, I actually got a prophecy that I should look for somebody from the Philippines or India, and they would be cheap and they would help me. I actually have the prophecy on my phone, but it'll help me scale my business ridiculously, which it did. I found a guy from the Philippines who was an extreme blessing to my company. He specialized in Facebook ads, so we started running Facebook ads. Once he took over, I was constantly making $10,000 baseline. I was not making less than $10,000 a month. And then we scaled on top of that. So instead of just doing Facebook ads, we did Google ads, we did email marketing, we did Snapchat ads. We was just doing a bunch of different things. And when I tell you my company blew up at that point, you have to come to well, I had to come to a just realization that there's only so far I can go by myself. You always hear about all these successful people talking about their team. It's not just them, it's their team. You need to have a team of people around you, people that are helping you. You can't do everything by yourself. It might be cheaper to do everything by yourself, but in the long run, you're not gonna be able to make as much money, so it's not cheaper if you do it by yourself. But just having people, you have to know when to reach out for help. And that's what I did. And this guy's been an extreme blessing. He's helped me with Facebook ads. He helped me with, like I said, stuff on my website, just like giving me different apps that I should use. I'm gonna make a Shopify tutorial on the best apps for Shopify if you're trying to get a lot of sales. Like right now, drop in the comments down below if that's what you guys want as well. I can do that because I do have a lot of great recommendations for you guys that'll help you guys get way higher conversions on your websites. But he helps me with that. We did email marketing, following up on people, offering people deals. And at this point, I'm making $20,000 a month, $20,000 to $25,000 a month. And then I realized something. So let's just, for an example, right? This is the final step as to how I was able to get past $20,000 a month to reaching $40,000, $25,000, $30,000, $35,000, whatever it is. I realized something. It's not always about getting a bunch of new customers. It's not always about getting a bunch of new designs or whatever. It could be having your same customers just spending more money. And how I say that, it's not a scam or nothing like that. It's really offering incentives for the average order to increase, the average order percentage to increase. So let's say I used to sell my Durex for $22, right? Let's just do easy numbers, $20, right? And that's $20, you buy 3 of them, it's $60. If you buy 5 of them, it's $100. But then I'm giving people incentives. Instead of you only buying 1 Durex, which is what most people used to do, I'd get orders. Let's say I got 10 orders a day for $20. $20 each order, because everybody's most of the time only ordering 1 Durex because they have no incentive to buy more unless they really want another design. I offered an incentive which was buy 2 and get the third one for free. And that dramatically increased my, I didn't even get that many more orders. I think it was around the same orders, but I'm literally doubling the average order price, or the average order, I think price was the right word, yeah. So instead of making $20 per order, I'm making $40 per order. And that literally doubled my revenue, because everybody's like, everybody's thinking in their head like, I could buy this 1 Durag for 20 bucks, or I could just buy 2 Durags and get 3 of them. And that would, if you do the math on it, instead of spending $40 for, instead of spending $20 per Durag, at that point you're spending $40 for 3 Durags, which is, Alexa, what's 40 divided by 3?
40 divided by 3 is 13.333.
13.3333. I didn't remember how many 3s it was. That's the only reason I asked her, you feel me? So once I started offering incentives, I also made another incentive where you can create a bundle of 5 of them for 60 bucks, and that boosts my average order price, or average order. I don't think price is the right cost, but y'all know what I'm talking about. My average order price even more once I offered a bundle for $60. So instead of people buying 2 Durags, or technically buying 2 Durags and getting 3 for free for $44, they're now spending $60 and getting 5 of them. Yes, it is cutting down the cost of how much I make per Durag, but at the same time I can make my Durags very cheap. Well, cheap enough for me to still be able to make a good return on $12 per Durag, which is what 60 bundle up and saving $60 does for them when they get 5 Durags. So that's where I am now in my story. There are screenshots on the screen now if you do not believe that I was making this money. This is from literally me hurting my ankle and only making maybe a couple $100s a month, to me focusing up, watching a bunch of videos, researching, paying for a course, to making I believe 43,000. If I'm mistaken, I'm sorry, but I believe 43,000 was my highest month ever. So that's my whole story. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys were able to learn something from it, get something from it. If you guys want any videos, if you guys have any questions, drop us in the comments down below. I'll try and answer them either in the comment section or in another video. Like I said, I'll be coming out with a video on how to set up a Shopify store, what is drop shipping, how to get into Facebook ads if you guys want that too. Let me know what y'all want in the comments down below. Good luck on all your trades, good luck on your businesses, and like I said, everybody eats.